What's up guys, Jaboosle here, back with a brand new Warzone mobile video, and like the title says, this might be one of the hardest shooters that we've seen on mobile in quite some time. Now, if you guys didn't know, Warzone Mobile obviously has released and stuff like that. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding the game. We're not going to get too much into the whole optimization stuff and all that because we've already talked about it extensively here on the channel. What we're going to be focusing on today is actually the difficulty of the various matches and the lack of bots. That was something that I was actually kind of surprised about because a lot of people were assuming that this game was going to be filled with bots because people couldn't run the game and therefore, you know, the lobbies would have to be filled with bots and stuff. But from my own personal experience playing multiplayer, playing Rebirth, playing Verdansk, all of these are pretty much filled with 100% real players, which has made it a really difficult game to actually play. And then to combine it with this, what we're looking at here, you know, controller and touchscreen, that's been a whole other debate with Warzone Mobile. The inclusion of controller players in touch lobbies, that has been something that has been kind of controversial in its own way too. And so it's just made it so that this is honestly one of the more difficult BR games that I can remember playing pretty much ever on Android and iOS. So when it comes to the whole controller thing, basically, I guess touch players complain about the fact that controllers have aim assist, and I guess they think that controllers are, you know, just too strong when it comes to the aim assist. This is a clip here that we're seeing that Modern Warzone posted, which is basically them just completely dominating a game of Rebirth with the controller. And a lot of people have been complaining about this. However, there is actually some good news for you touch control players, because apparently, as we can see here, they just released a little mini update and it says touch aim assist has been massively increased in the latest Warzone mobile update. Here we have Noah saying touch aim assist has been buffed to reflect the strength of controllers in Warzone mobile. So basically, it seemed like they did kind of agree, the developers at least did kind of agree that the controller aim assist was a little bit too high, and so it looks like they've increased the aim assist for touch players. Now this is just one of the reasons why I think this game is as difficult as it is, because we do have basically touch players playing with controller players. You know, you're playing with people that have experience playing Call of Duty on PC and on consoles and stuff like that, so that naturally is going to make the difficulty a little bit more. But then on top of that, I think the real thing that is making Warzone Mobile an actually difficult BR game is the fact that there is basically no bots. That is the number one thing that I think is actually contributing to this, because pretty much every other BR when it comes to, you know, mobile BR specifically, PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG New State, whatever it's called now, all of these games are pretty much filled entirely with bots. It doesn't really matter at what rank you are. You kind of have to like play custom games or private games in order to get real player experiences and stuff, because mostly you're going to be running into a bunch of bots. This is not the case with Warzone Mobile. Doesn't matter what mode you're in. You could be in Verdansk, you can be in Rebirth, you can be in multiplayer. Pretty much everyone you're going against is a real player, and this just makes it actually more difficult. It makes it a lot more like, you know, Call of Duty on PC or on consoles, and I think that's one of the reasons why people are complaining about the fact that Warzone Mobile is too difficult, according to them. Now, I personally think this is a good thing. Even though I'm not doing that well right now in Warzone Mobile, I only have a couple of wins under my belt, which, you know, in other mobile BRs, I probably would have had a bunch of them by now. But I do think that this increase in difficulty is something that we did need in, you know, mobile, basically in a first-person shooter that is available on Android and iOS. I think this whole having bots completely fill lobbies and stuff, it's just really hand-holdy, and it's something that I don't really like, and I don't really appreciate in any of my mobile FPS games and stuff. And so I'm really glad that Warzone Mobile, despite all the controversy, despite, you know, all the optimization issues and stuff like that, they have still found a way to fill these lobbies with real players. And honestly, it's made it so that this game is pretty much one of the more difficult ones to play if you've ever played FPS games on Android and iOS. But let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Do you guys agree that Warzone Mobile is a pretty difficult first-person shooter? And if so, why do you think it is? Is it because of controller players? Is it because of the fact that there are no bots? Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. But with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Subscribe, motherfucker.